everybody, my name is Markiplier. Oh, the sounds, I don't like them. Ah, fuck! No! Oh, yeah!
This is Blacked Out Reviews, and this is my review of Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie. I gotta tell you, this movie is bad. It's really bad.
Hello, this is Scott Coffin.
Stop!
Being the fact that this is the spooky season for Halloween, I was expected to be terrified by frights and delights by this feature film. But let me tell you, this is bad. Not like, like incredibly bad. I mean, like, actually maybe. This did not make any sense whatsoever. And I gotta tell you, I never played the games before. I'm gonna come flat out and say it. I'm not really into horror games in general, so I'm not gonna say I know the lore. I know, every single character from Springtrap to Chica, Foxy, I don't know. The point is, I went into this movie blind, and while I didn't get like a horrible experience, it wasn't a good one per se. I feel like the story was didn't make any sense whatsoever. I felt like the characters were just okay at best, and overall this was just a very bland film. I like the concept, I like the whole premise, but overall the execution is horrible. One thing I want to really express that I love is the work that went into the animatronics and the production. It was incredible what they did with the whole Freddy Fazbear's arcade place. I thought it was great set design. And the animatronics, Jim Henson Company did great with this. It actually feels so real, so lifelike. Kermit the Frog, you've done it again. Now, the thing that really gets me with this, I'm just getting into the story because this is what really kills it for me. Spoilers, obviously. So basically, we follow Mike, who gets a gig as a security guard, obviously. And, he's tasked to, work at where else? Freddy Fazbear's. Hijinks ensue, possessed kids, animatronic bears. You know the drill.
Hey, yo. Give me the mic, yo. I know you hear me.
That's really about it. There's nothing really to it. The thing that really gets me, though, in the story are just all the plot points that don't make sense. So, in this movie, one thing that I really do enjoy with this is Mike goes into these dreamlike states, so he's able to find the kidnapper that abducted his brother whenever he was younger. Now, later in the film, we have the kids of the possessed souls that, somehow access his mind, which doesn't make sense. Maybe it does make sense, but they never explain it to you in the movie, so you can't really make heads or tails of why that's happening. And then also later in the film, we have Abby, the sister of Mike, who makes these drawings, even before, he gets the gig of, the kids that were abducted, and it's did she know prior, or, did she know she was making those photos? It's never explained. Maybe it was, but it was a deleted scene because they don't explain at all. And then also you have Vanessa, who's basically exposition dump on you. It's here's the whole lore, here's the whole picture, but she does it really at the tail end of it. In the beginning of the movie, she's so vague. She goes oh, this thing back in the 80s, or oh, I can't tell you this, oh, you don't want to know about this, never come here again. It's so weird because she could easily just tell him, but it's so stupid. It's it's the sake of just not telling someone just because it's a movie, so you can't spoil it. It's just like Ant-Man Quantumania whenever Janet Van Dyne goes oh, he's coming, or we don't have time to talk about this. It's I hate that trope in movies, and here I think it's even worse than Ant-Man Quantumania, and that's Ant-Man Quantumania. That's how bad we're talking here. And it's even further in the movie, at the tail end of it, she just gives you the whole lore dump. She gives a whole photo and everything. Turns out she's the daughter of the main bad guy of the movie, Springtrap Bunny or whatever. It's so stupid because it just comes out of nowhere. It's the first part of the movie is so slow, it's so dull, and then at the tail end it just speeds up. It's just I don't know, I feel the pacing is just so off, and the story is so convoluted with all these contrivances. It's just it's awful. Also, with the movie halfway through, Abby goes to Five Nights at Freddy's to spend the night, and she befriends the animatronics to where they're building pillow forts and all that stuff, and they're lying on the floor.
But what does that have to do with anything?
No, he's got a point.
And that basically killed it for me. I'm sorry. That was honestly what really got into it. Because I know like the premise or whatever is like scary, but like can be a little bit funny, I guess. But that right there, that really just like ruined it for me. I'm really sorry. I don't know if that like worked for other people, but overall for me, it just did not work at all. It was horrible. Like after that, I was like, I kind of mentally checked out of the movie. But overall, this was not like a bad movie, but like I don't know. If you're a fan of the games, I think you will like it. But overall, this was just not for me. I mean, like, I'm glad I watched it. I'm more interested in the games than I ever was. But overall, this was not good. I'm gonna give this movie like a 3 out of 10. Like, just watch it at your own dismay, I guess. Also, one thing I also want to talk about is the whole general discourse with this movie. I feel like this movie is kind of like on par to the whole Mario movie effect, to where like the critics are wrong, the fans are right. But I feel like with the difference there is like the Mario movie was actually like, you know, okay, to where this movie is just not good. I feel like with all the new video game adaptations, I feel like a lot of fans are trying to justify, you know, each and every new project as like the best thing of all time, to where that's just not the case, especially with this one. Not to say that it's horrible, but I mean, like, I feel like some fans should just understand, like, if a product's not good, it's not good. And also, one more thing, that one cameo in the movie, that really had me laughing. That was pretty good. But if you can, don't forget to please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you can, please support me on Patreon. But that's just a theory.
Sparkies, could I set you folks up with some appetite?
You're not eating.
Well, that's no fun. You do realize that lunch is the most important meal of the day.
Thought it was breakfast.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.